Please welcome your next mayor of Rockford, Michael Kleen.
Thank you. Thank you. On behalf of myself, the other speakers on stage tonight, and the volunteers who made this event possible, allow me to express thanks for giving us your time this evening. I consider it an honor and a privilege to stand before you tonight as your candidate for mayor. This will be a night I remember for the rest of my life. That I am standing up here tonight as your nominee by virtue of having the good fortune to run unopposed in the primary was a very unlikely event. But it is an event that displays the very best side of the Republican Party, a party that values hard work, opportunity, and upward mobility. I moved to Rockford in the spring of 2008 after having graduated with my first master's degree from Eastern Illinois University. I had no savings and no job prospects. I had no social or political connections. There was nothing about my situation that would lead you to believe that I would become anything other than just another face in the crowd struggling to find a job in our economic downturn. I learned what it means to overcome challenges. I fought hard to establish my own publishing company, to earn my second master's degree, and to find a place in local politics. In 5 years, I have been a columnist at the Rock River Times and have published nearly 24 books, including the journals of Robert Hall Tinker, a former Rockford mayor, and Alvin Terrell's memoir of growing up in rural Arkansas. I want to be mayor of Rockford because I see a great deal of potential in this city just waiting to be unleashed, if only we had the leadership with the right priorities. I want to lay down a path to prosperity, and I want to make sure that our local government is never an obstacle on that path. I came to this city out of necessity. Now I want to help build a city to which people flock for opportunity. As a young Republican, I am looking for candidates who radiate that sense of positive energy about the future, and who are willing to roll up their sleeves and get to work to solve problems that sometimes seem so overwhelming. Unfortunately, there is a deep cynicism that has crept into the electorate. They are cynical because they perceive elected officials as self-interested. They stay home on election day because they feel that no matter what, the same group of people will always be in charge. Cronyism and waste has led to streets that are nearly undrivable and some of the highest property tax rates in the country. We can win this election and put a Republican in the mayor's office, but it is going to take work. Only hard work, determination, and the courage of our convictions will make it happen. The people of Rockford are hungry for a change. Several weeks ago, when a friend and I sat outside the Stockholm Inn collecting signatures to put my name on the ballot, we only had to say that I was challenging Mayor Morrissey, and people rushed to sign my petition. Many of them didn't even ask what I stood for. Please consider the following letters from ordinary citizens of Rockford, people who love their city. Kathy writes, "We closed the family business this year. It was just too expensive to continue. My family owns substantial real estate, which if it sold, we would have to give it away. My mom is 88 years old, and the taxes are taking everything from her that she has worked her whole life for. We pay our bills and our taxes. I am unemployed now since April. My son-in-law's business is down. One night, while staying at my mom's house, I drove home around 10 p.m. There was a red truck in the driveway and a man in between my two doors. I laid on the horn and was shaking with fear. He made no attempt to talk to me, ran to his truck, and drove off. For the first time living here, I am afraid. More money is not the answer. I don't mind paying my fair share of taxes. I mind what they do with it. There is so much waste, and we apparently reward bad behavior. The present administration needs to go. They have had their chance, and they don't know how to fix the mess we are in. So I will vote for you. We need leadership change. And Mary writes this: the mayor's office just got its first raise in 10 years, and some folks think that's only fair. In a town that's seen so much gun violence and crime as this one, is it really a matter of fairness to give the man at the top more money because it's time? In a town that's had to sacrifice street lights and library hours for the sake of the budget, is it really going to help if we add more TIF districts, riverside attractions, and raises? Kathy and Mary's concerns are echoed by many in Rockford. I am part of a new generation of Republican candidates, one of many, who will rise above the self-interest to always put the needs of their constituents first. I have no vested interest in any union, corporation, or local business, other than my own, of course, so I cannot be accused of seeking public office for financial gain. To prove my commitment to reform, if elected, I will donate the mayor's recent 25% pay raise to a different local charity each month. In my first year in office, I would commence forensic audits of all city departments all the way down to the lowest level. Waste will be eliminated, and the money saved will go to fixing streets and hiring more police officers. In order to win this election and make this a reality, Republicans need to work together to ensure the victory of all our candidates in the spring. It is true that we value self-reliance, but there comes a time when we need to set our own ambitions and differences aside and work toward a common goal. When my volunteers and I are walking a neighborhood, for example, we will also carry campaign material for our other candidate for alderman in that ward. When we find someone willing to display a yard sign, we will ask them if they would also like a sign for our other local candidates. We need to reach out to voters with one simple message: that we are the party of prosperity and upward mobility. If you are honest and work hard, we will be there to lend a hand toward your success. I do not wish to be the mayor of one region, community, or business interest. Our philosophy is appropriate for all, wherever you live in our dynamic and diverse city. Everyone is well served by energetic but limited government. Now is the time to move Rockford in the right direction. Our campaign will seek out people from every neighborhood and community and get them the tools and information they need to get involved. Believe me when I say that victory is possible, but only with your help. Put April 9th on your calendars and sign up to be a volunteer. We must get our voters to the polls. According to the GOP Data Center, there are at least 20,000 reliable Republican voters in Rockford. There were only 22,400 votes cast in the last mayoral election for all the candidates combined. You don't have to be a mathematician to know that we have enough Republicans to win this election. Liberty, prosperity, safe streets, opportunity for all. These are things I believe are worth fighting for, even when the odds are stacked against us. Between now and April 9th, I will be working to bring a philosophy of limited and fiscally responsible government back to Rockford, and I invite you to join me. Thank you and good night.